Greetings and salutations. Thank you for lending an ear to The Voice of the Times for Thursday, June 17, 2021. For today's editorial, DoTr action to relieve congestion laudable, but will it work? Transportation Secretary Arthur Tugade deserves some credit for quickly responding to growing commuter congestion in Metro Manila. It remains to be seen, however, whether his directions to the Department of Transportation and the Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board will have a significant effect, or if stronger measures will be needed. Tugade was reacting to reports, many by way of social media posts, of large crowds of commuters and long queues at several stops along the EDSA busway at the end of last week, which, along with near gridlock traffic on the city's busiest thoroughfare, may have seemed a dubiously nostalgic reminder to some of pre-pandemic days. The busway, which was quickly constructed during the months of enhanced community quarantine in Metro Manila early last year and gradually improved since, is a dedicated lane along EDSA for buses with a limited number of stops. By and large, the new system has done what it was designed to do. The number of buses on EDSA has been reduced, but those that do use the route are able to serve more passengers and travel faster, even with capacity limitations due to the pandemic. The location and design of the busway stops has provided a better experience for commuters, with more orderly crowd control, which has also helped to safeguard public health in what might otherwise be a high-risk environment. Likewise, even though traffic congestion on EDSA remains far from being solved, notwithstanding recent claims to the contrary, the flow of traffic has been improved somewhat despite the separation of one lane for bus traffic. With buses largely segregated from the rest of the traffic, the days of traffic jams every few blocks due to chaotic curbside bus stops have ended. Be that as it may, it is evident that the EDSA bus system is facing a serious capacity problem now that the economy is slowly recovering and more people are able to move about for work and other purposes. Photos posted to social media by commuters depict scenes reminiscent of past transport crisis, with stops filled to capacity and long queues of passengers waiting. In response, Tugade issued a number of directives to the LTFRB, DoTr personnel, and transport operators to try to move people faster. These included prodding operators in the EDSA Busway Consortium to ensure that they deploy the maximum number of buses allowed by their contracts, adding more personnel at the bus stops to help keep order and ensure efficient loading and unloading of passengers, dispatching more extra skip buses that can be sent directly to particularly crowded stops to help relieve congestion, opening more bus mini-loops at either end of the EDSA route, short routes that allow buses to turn around and travel the busway in the opposite direction, and finally, studying whether or not the present free ride system should be modified or expanded to other transport, such as the light rail lines, to help move passengers more quickly. These measures may be effective in the short term, and we certainly hope that they are, but it is also clear that they are stopgap responses to an immediate problem and not long-term solutions. What is needed to complement the current response is a comprehensive plan to maximize the capacity and the efficiency of the EDSA busway, or in short, a plan that will ensure that what is a very good idea does not fall short of its full potential. We believe that DoTr and other stakeholders need to look beyond the busway itself to how it connects to people and activities, and the nature and modes of movement around the city. For example, businesses and employers should be encouraged, perhaps by being offered tax or other incentives, to consider flexible business hours and employee schedules. There are, after all, 24 hours in a day. Using them all would help to reduce the congestion that typically occurs at certain times. Accelerating the upgrade of the bus fleet from inefficient road buses to high-capacity vehicles built for busway use, something which is already being done but not nearly as quickly as it should also be prioritized. And that's the editorial for Thursday, June 17, 2021. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and listen to the Voice of the Times.